factors for rain is natural. It's totally meteorological.
Right.
It's totally natural.
Right.
And it's not raining these days is because of the climate change,
Right,
global
exactly.
warming.
That's what I think.
But you see, that's why it's not raining.
Right.
But if you had a little leprechaun who you can command to get you a cup of water, and every time you snap your finger and the little leprechaun goes and gets you water, isn't he quite reliable?
Yeah.
Okay, just an example. But if the source of the water ran out for the little leprechaun and he can't,
Get any water.
yeah,
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see the parallel.
yeah, and that's not to convince you,
Right.
it's how I think. Does that mean that the leprechaun, that means the leprechaun doesn't work?
Well, that means the leprechaun can't work, which is different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Indian rain dances are similar to Tibetan pujas for rain. And what it is there are elementals that are nature spirits that can influence natural order of things to make things happen.
Right.
But if the natural order of things are out of order, these beings can't do it anymore.
do it.
So when the Indians do their rain dance, the dance has nothing to do with the water. It has nothing to do with the sky and cumulus clouds and liquid and all the rain. It has nothing to do with it. When they dance and they make offerings and they sing and they wear costumes and the colors, they are pleasing a race of elementals who have been around on our earth for thousands before us, who can actually go and change things to make the rain come. The reason why the rain dances don't work now is because the very things that these elementals use rain, create rain to come, are gone because we destroyed the environment.
Right. Exactly.
So in that way, the rain dances don't work anymore.
Right. Right.
That would explain why the very intelligent, practical American Indians would do this for thousands of years
Right.
before the white man.
Right.
And it's not a show, it's not a tourist thing.
No.
It must have worked.
It must have worked.
So why is it not working now? Either they're stupid, either it worked 1 out of 500 times, they go, oh, it works, or it's just tradition. I believe that because when Tibetan lamas do rain rituals, I've seen it. It works. I've seen them stop rain. I've seen them make it during drought time. And what happens is their procedure, according to the rites and rituals, is not nature. It is the beings that can manipulate things around to make it happen. But if that part of nature is gone, forget it. So if there's an apple to be plucked, you can send these beings to pluck it. But if you remove that apple because of your selfishness or globalization or because an apartment was built on it, the orchard's gone, that elemental, that leprechaun, that spirit can't bring it to you anymore.
Right. Right.
So in that way, the rain dances did not work. Because the actual place where they make the rain fall, it's gone. And who did that? We did it.
Yeah. There has to
And-
be something to dance to and for.
There's something, there has to be something to activate to get that water. The dance activates the elementals. Because elementals, for lack of a better word, elementals are pleased by no meat. Rain elementals, elementals that specifically create rain and weather, they don't like meat. They don't like the smell of meat. They don't like the killing of meat, and especially sea meats, meats that come from the water. So when you eat a lot of seafood, when you drain your area of sea animals or hurt them or damage sea environments, it disturbs these elementals a lot, and sometimes they go away. So another scenario is that the rain clouds are there, but it's not enough due to global whatever,
Right.
and the elementals are gone. Because what do people do in California now? Native people around the world, internationally, universally are known to respect nature.
Right.
Development and modern people are universally known to exploit and destroy nature. Correct?
Right.
So Our dependence on rain now, Elizabeth, is there, but is not as much as before technology. Because when it didn't rain, the whole race died. All the Indians died. Because where did they go? There's no airplane to fly to another, to migrate. Right? Some of the greatest migrations in the world is because of famine. So my point is sometimes when you do things over and over that disturb these elementals, they go away. Therefore, when you do the ritual or the dance, there's nothing there to activate. These elementals, they like milk. They don't like when you hurt reptiles, specifically. They don't like when you hurt animals of the water. They don't like when you pee and desecrate nature. They don't like when you eat meat or kill or have, especially the smell of meat. So the more and more and more you do that, the more you drive these elementals away. The more. Now, my dear, what happens is this. When you drive those elementals away, doing the rain dance, the create dance, is quite spiritual. It's quite religious. It's quite mystical. It's quite primitive. It's quite raw. It's very magical. So when you start doing the rain dance, they don't work anymore. And then a rain dancer quits. He goes and works at McDonald's. Another one quits. He goes and works at 7-Eleven. Another quits. They work at Photomat. And then pretty much you don't have the rain dances anymore, right? And the remaining people who are doing it is just for tourism because it looks exotic. Isn't the spirituality gone? Yeah. And that's how spirituality disappears. Yeah. You see, because people don't understand how the ritual works and what it's affecting. And they just say, I need empirical knowledge. I need scientific proof. Look, we have been existing for thousands of years without any scientific proof of anything. Right. It's only in the last 200 years we've leaped this far. Right. So, and according to the ufologists, it's knowledge from another planet. Right. But anyways, before that, how did people survive? They were sick. They had cancer. They made long journeys. People went on boats that went for months. They don't know what happened, but they can find different psychic abilities to do it. Right. So back then, Elizabeth, for better or for worse, people developed these arts of fortune telling, divination, oracular abilities, prediction of the future, channeling, magic, rituals, because they didn't have technology to rely on it. Exactly. That is why it was more developed. So that rain dance thingy that I explained to you, and how it connects to the deterioration of spirituality. Because when they say, oh, the rain dance doesn't work, you're right, it doesn't. But there are other factors. Right. Now, when you say the rain dance doesn't work, it kind of erodes into the beautiful American Indian spirituality and culture. Well, then maybe we don't need to respect nature. Well, maybe we don't need to do the purifications anymore.
But I would never say the rain dance.
Not you. No, I'm talking about why spirituality erodes. Then they start, and I'm using American Indians as an example, not you. Why it erodes in our minds in modern world. And so what happens is, then we're not going to do the purifications. And if you read about the rain dance, this nothing to do with you, they have to go through a lot of rituals, initiations, purifications, and time to develop that power. It isn't just you wear it and you dance and it happens. They have to not eat. They have to go on journeys. They have to take certain types of hallucinogens. They have to go into this hut where they steam and they push out the impurifications. They have to abstain from sex. They have to wear certain outfits. They have to go learn from the elders. They have to not eat this, not do this in public, do this. There's a whole ritual to develop that ability to communicate with the elemental to get that rain here. So if any of that is gone, you're not going to get the rain. That's one. The second thing is, when the rain doesn't work, the psyche, the human mind, and the audience will think, well, then the whole culture is just for show. Right. So let's not do the purifications. Let's not do the retreats. Let's not do the meditation. Let's not do the diet restrictions. Let's not do the mantras. Let's not do the prayers. Let's not follow the teacher. Let's not respect the elders. Let's not do the nature stuff. And then because why? The rain dance didn't work.